Let's go! Today I'm giving you the most insane KJ Jefferson stat that I believe would help him win the Heisman Trophy if he were to be in contention.
It's my year to do big and great things.
Also, we're going to discuss a lot of different quarterbacks today, over 50 in all of college football, and over half of these guys shouldn't be playing anymore. They should be out of eligibility, but because of the Rona, they got the extra year, and, well, is it actually unfair that they're still playing, or should they even be up for awards? I'm asking you that question. These are year 6, and some of these guys are year 5 players. Let's freaking go! Alrighty, so let's start with this 2018 crop. Now, stick with me till the end. I'm going to give you some Heisman locks. And before we chat about this SEC legend, I want you to see if you could pick up on this KJ Jefferson stat, or should I really call it a trend? Remember, these guys wouldn't be eligible if the Rona never happened. Who remembers JT Daniels at Georgia? So we're going to walk through some of these quarterbacks. I'm going to give you some of my favorite Heisman Trophy plays going into this next season. But let's actually start with a few SEC names here with Emory Jones, right? I don't think he's Heisman quality, but I just wanted to point him out. Make sure you're still awake. Former Florida Gator, former Arizona State Sun Devil. I am still shocked Spencer Sanders is an Ole Miss quarterback. He might not even be the guy this year. Video on that in the top right corner of your screen. Jerry Bohannon from Earl, Arkansas. Joe Milton is definitely one of the more interesting NFL draft prospects going into next season. I still believe Nico's going to take his job before the end of this year. Cameron Rising, I think, is worth a few Heisman plays if you are interested. Tanner Mordecai, of course, the new guy at Wisconsin. But once again, see if you pick up on a trend here, okay? Casey Thompson at his third stop. This is his first at FAU outside the Power 5. These next few names, to me, are very interesting. Devin Leary, I'm very bullish on Kentucky going into next year. Now you have a few no-namers before you get to some real long-shot, 3-star, 6th-year starters. Okay, Spencer Petras decided to stay at Iowa, but he's no longer the guy with the Michigan transfer coming in, and we'll talk about him here in just a moment. But as you'll see, a lot of these guys you don't even know, but this is someone you probably do know. Michael Penix, the lefty, definitely someone who I could see in New York at the end of this year. You get Ben Bryant. You remember him, Fayetteville? He came into Arkansas last year and overshot pretty much every receiver. Sam Hartman, obviously, but this is a guy. Jordan Travis. I could see him moving up some NFL draft boards with some of his dual threat ability, but he is deadly accurate as well. So, here's another Arkansas guy for you, Lane Hatcher at Ball State. Now, let's get to these 2019 quarterbacks, and believe it or not, there are 26 of these that will be starting, and this is year 5 of their development. Here's a guy in Jaden Daniels. This will be his 5th full year as a starter. So, very interesting. He gets that full extra year of eligibility. Graham Mertz, of course, coming in from Wisconsin. We have a video coming up on him pretty soon as a part of our Peyton Thorne deep dive. So, Auburn fans, make sure you keep an eye out for that one. Okay, so obviously you see Tua's younger brother who started at Alabama, now at Maryland. We are going to get to KJ Jefferson in just a second, but let me see if you could pick up on this trend, this stat that I think should play a role if KJ were to win the Heisman Trophy. So Cade McNamara here coming over from Michigan, Garrett Schrader, the former Mississippi State quarterback, and bang, there's a man of the hour, KJ Jefferson. Year 5 of his development, sat behind Felipe Franks, got that first-year start in Tiger Stadium in 2019. I expect an absolutely massive year this year for KJ. So now you're seeing some middle-tier guys. We'll get to a few more elite names, but you'll see Here's another former SEC guy in John Rice Plumlee, the starter at UCF. Jacob Zeno, I think, is a very talented quarterback at UAB. Jacob Conover, I think, actually just got beat out for the starter's job by Jaden Rashada, a true freshman. Grant Gunnell used to be the big name in all of college football. He's a year 5 guy. Who remembers Connor Bazelak at Missouri? Zach Calzada, wow, had the mighty have fallen at Incarnate Word. I would not want to follow up Lindsey Scott at Incarnate Word. Keaton Slovis, wow. Got hurt last year at Pittsburgh. Dylan Gabriel, SEC asterisk quarterback here. SEC adjacent is what we'll call him. And a few more names here. Daquan Finn, very talented dual threat quarterback. This is a guy we're doing a deep dive on. Peyton Thorne, outside the top 1,000 starter as a recruit. I think he could be big time this year for Auburn. Now, here at the end, here's two pretty much no-namers, so I want you to come to your conclusion. What is this big stat? And while you think of it, join us Thursday nights. It's Hog Live, baby. We're giving out this KJ Jefferson rookie card with Underdog Fantasy. Sign up now, promo code Carter, and you'll be in a fantasy football league with yours truly for your chance to win that KJ rookie. But you got to use my promo code Carter. Now, it's pretty simple. Of the 50-plus quarterbacks you just brought in that are either year 5 or year 6, KJ is the only returning starter to a Power 5 school with his initial school coming out of high school. If you notice, pretty much every one of those returning starters are transfers, which makes KJ Jefferson the most loyal quarterback in all of college football. Now, I know there's been plenty of heartbreak, but this will give you chills.
I love you for staying with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Boom! I'm looking at you. So, KJ's the only Power 5 returning starter. Daquan Finn returning, but those are the only 2 out of the 54 quarterbacks we showed you. There's actually a few backups returning, Spencer Petras at Iowa being one of them, but less than 4% returning as starters at their original school. Now, why is that relevant? Well, before I give you a few Heisman plays, I want to show you what the Heisman Trust mission statement actually says, and I want you to look at it long and hard, okay? It is annually awarded to the outstanding college football player whose performance epitomizes great ability combined with diligence, perseverance, and hard work. Now, you tell me who has persevered more than KJ Jefferson, who has been very injured and played through it. This is a guy who began his career in the tumultuous Chad Morris regime. He has had, an up and down roller coaster ride here over these past couple years with Sam Pittman, and he very well could have gone to any other school he really wanted to. I'm sure there would be plenty that would want his services. Heck, he could have even flirted with the NFL draft, but none of that. OC left. None of it. No drama, no nothing. Back with the school. And one thing that was pretty interesting were the alarmingly high number of starters who could have returned to their school. Those schools probably still did want them back, but they still bolted, like a Spencer Sanders or a Peyton Thorne. We're about to do a deep dive. That's no disrespect to them. They left some somewhat toxic situations, and they probably felt it was best for them. But I do think when Heisman voters vote later this year, if KJ does have the season where Arkansas is really good and he has them at, let's say, a 9 or 10 win level, they should seriously consider it, because for me, last year he was the most valuable player in college football. I think Arkansas is a 3 or 4 win team without KJ Jefferson, and that's being kind. So at the end, I'm going to give you 3 Heisman plays. I normally stay away from the lower odds. If I'm going to take a long shot, let's freaking go. I love Bo Nix, the Arkadelphia native. Obviously, he has an amazing story up to this point. I love Oregon's schedule, and I'm going to give you 2 more at the end that actually don't play quarterback. Here's KJ at plus 5,000 if you want to take it. Brock Bowers, I could see a tight end winning award. Obviously, he is arguably the best tight end we have ever seen in college football. And they got to go all the way down here. Let me find him. He's all the way down here, actually. Harold Perkins, plus 1,500 is someone else I love. You can also get, actually, Raheem Rocket Sanders at the same odds. So, my dog's going crazy. Let me know what you guys think down below of today's video. And don't forget, sign up with Underdog Fantasy. We're doing just show up Thursday night for the live stream, and we'll tell you how you can win that KJ card, okay? There will be some other videos floating in your face. Show up Thursday night. I'll tell you how you can win the KJ card with Underdog Fantasy. It is Power Hour SEC. Bam! Let's go, tacos. Let's go.